morning.
Of course I get something right in my throat.
You do that every single morning.
I do not.
There's not a morning that you don't go, hello, Rise and Radke.
Absolutely 100% that's a lie.
Yeah.
Oh, you're start already. We've literally been, stop doing that under the table. We've literally been on live 17 seconds and we're fighting.
You know, I like this.
Here's to you, Tuesday.
You know, I like this setup, but I liked when we were doing this.
Did you like that?
I did.
Well, at least for a moment there, you had something you enjoyed. People, you would not imagine the number of people who will comment on here and say, poor David.
That's right.
Poor
It is poor
David. He is so sweet to you and you are just horrible to him. I need y'all to settle down. That is 100% not true.
Maybe they see it.
David, they see us being ourselves, but at home, I assure you he is well taken care of and well loved. Tell him, David.
Yes, I'm well loved.
Okay, quit acting like...
Yes,
Quit batting your eyes in a distress signal. Good morning, everybody. Good morning, Ontario, Canada. We're so glad that you're here. Good morning, Lee and Heather. Love that shirt, Melissa. Thank you. I'm not actually wearing this today. It's just my comfy shirt. I had to get all dolled because I'm having an interview later. But I don't know if it's going live on my live or live where people can watch it. Or is it just going to come out later for these people?
I think it's live. I think it's live on theirs. I don't know.
I'm going to let y'all know.
I wish I knew if we could share it. It's 11 o'clock Central Time.
Yeah, and some ladies are coming to my house, and they're going to interview me. It's going to be great, and I'll let y'all know where you can find it at.
Alex Lake woke up early. It is 7:15 in Tucson, just for you.
Ugh, I wouldn't wake up at 7:15 for me.
We've got Kentucky, Arkansas, Texas.
Man, I am noticing that I've just got one big roll right here that I haven't done a thing with.
Tennessee, Virginia, Georgia, Arkansas,
okay,
Tennessee. Hey, and there's a few people from a little state called Louisiana.
All right, well, and go ahead, go for it.
And there's
get it all out.
There's lots of Go Tigers. That's not spelled.
We know. You talked about that yesterday.
E-A-U-X.
We know. I don't know why you feel it's so big that you know how to spell that.
I don't know. I just think it's big. LSU Tigers won the national championship last night. It was a close game for a quarter and a half, and then they kind of took off.
Somebody just said, find her comment, is the interview about your luncheon in Houston? No, it's completely different. I am doing a luncheon in Houston for, several people have noticed that, because I think that was sent out to people in this area. Is that right?
Well, the event was posted, saying, what the date was. I think May, maybe, or something like that.
Yeah. I'm doing a big luncheon in Houston for adoption, and I cannot wait. One of my favorite topics to talk about, adoption, the wonderfulness of it, the fulfillingness of it. Is that it?
No, it's actually...
You're talking about the couples one.
No, this is a home...
Oh!
Yeah.
It's the one where I said, David, why would these people want me to come?
Yeah.
That one, okay.
Although, to be fair, you say that about a lot of the speaking events.
To be fair, I mean that about almost all of the speaking engagements I do. It always begins with why would they want me to come? And it always ends with him going, I honestly don't know.
I don't know. But it ends in the final end when they go, oh, we love you. We'd love to have you back.
And next time, bring David.
You always kill it. You always kill it.
What show is this?
Holy cow.
What show is this? Ew, David. Look at my hands. Ew, David. What show is that? Can anybody tell me? I'm waiting.
I'm gonna wait. Make sure you spell it right. Angela is awake at 1:20 in Sydney.
Why? Do you have leg cramps? Because I'm coming for you, Angela. I'm going to talk about it.
She actually had her doctor prescribe this for insomnia. He said, if you can't go to sleep, tune into this, and they will put you out. So, good luck.
That was rude.
Good luck, sweet dreams.
That's so sweet that you're doing that from that far away. Clearly, you don't have a good book, but I'll be glad to send you a great book that'll help you, Russ. So everybody's coming in. Let us know where you're coming in from. Thank you so much for always being here. Somebody got it. I think Rachel was the first one to say Schitt's Creek. Is it not wonderful? It's wonderful. And listen to this. So I took my phone in the other day to get an upgrade to the iPhone 11, which I really, really want. But they wouldn't take it because I dropped this a couple of times on some cement. And so it's all cracked on the front and the back. And so David says, here's what we can do. David said, we can spend $14 million to get you another one right now. Okay, since it's not time for an upgrade. Or we can wait 14 more months until that runs out, that clock runs out on that phone, and then we can just trade it in like a normal human. And I'm really cheap, and so I was like, no, we're not going to do that. I'm just going to keep the phone, even if it's cracked. And he goes, how about this? How about you put your new screensaver on there? You get you a new case. You feel all fancy and new. So I did. I took my terrible kids off the front of it and put a beach picture. And now I'm going to order me a phone case. And I've narrowed it down to 2, and I can't decide. One of them on the back, all you see are these 2 hands like this. And it just says, ew, comma, David. Why is your hands? Ew, David. Okay, and I love that one.
Tough to beat. Yeah. Okay.
The second one is of a man sitting on a chair, leaning forward like this. And it says at the bottom, you need help. And it's Dr. Phil!
Oh, I feel the other one better.
Because it's got your name in it.
I know, but it's more you. I mean, I know you love Dr. Phil, but let's go on.
But Dr. Phil on the phone! He would go with me everywhere, David! I just love him. I get chills talking about him. Okay.
Also, you have to make sure that your restraining order allows you to do that.
Stop it. Okay, what do y'all think?
You
Somebody said get both.
Just a touch, or just don't worry about it.
What are you talking about?
This.
David, it's okay, baby. Let it
Hey,
go.
Speaking of leaning forward.
I want to know their vote, though.
What? Oh.
Are y'all voting Schitt's Creek?
Number 1 for sure. No Dr. Phil.
No Dr. Phil? Who is it? Who said it? Was it Phyllis that said away with you, Phyllis? A lot of people are voting for number 1. Get the David one. Yeah. Okay. Are those cases very protected?
See, that's
absolutely not.
That's a good question. Yeah, see. So here's the thing. Melissa's had her ex.
Don't talk about me like I'm not here.
Less than a year. That's not even
true, David. That's not true. We got this like at Christmas 2 years ago.
That is not true. That's why when we went in, that's why we couldn't trade it.
You need help, said Dr. Phil.
Yeah, you need help. She's had it less than a year. She constantly she bought this horrible case.
Quit talking about me like I'm dead.
She bought this horrible case that one of the Kardashians had that kind of lit up and was supposed to light you. The concept was cool. The fact that the light couldn't even last like a 60-second,
It wasn't one of the Kardashians. It was Kim. Get it right. She's doing a lot of work for people in prison.
So anyway, so she took the case off all the time because it was too bulky and big and it didn't work anyway. And then she would start dropping it. I think she cracked the screen, or we got a screen cover, but she's cracked that like the first week.
Are you done?
So
are you done? Number 1 is David, and number 2 is you need help with Dr. Phil. Put in your answer now.
As they continue to vote, I noticed a comment yesterday after we were off live that someone says you said leaning forward. That's what made me think of this. Someone said David looks so much better sitting up instead of slouching. Have I ever slouched?
Have you ever not slouched in your life? Emotionally, you've slouched on me many times.
Yeah. I wonder if because we did have different chairs.
Why did this comment paralyze you, David? Take it from me, someone who is on social media. If that comment got you down,
no, I'm just curious.
You would really hate for a video to go viral because there's some people in the world that hate this girl.
I'm talking about. No, it's like for self-awareness. I'm like, do I slouch and I don't realize it?
Well, first of all, we have No. What have I told you about that? We don't do hand signals when we're 40, over 40. We don't do hand signals.
Well, what does this mean?
You don't. See, that's why. My Aunt Melba, one time she saw Justin Timberlake doing this on a televised concert, and she said, I'm never listening to him again. That is a drug signal. This is why we don't, after a certain age, we don't do any more hand signals and any more ducky faces. Okay, people?
Okay. I think it is
Hands down, number one.
Yeah,
I'm going to get the number one. I'm going to get it. I'm going to get it. I'm going to get the phone case that says, ew, say that.
But we need to make
But
sure.
it doesn't say it out loud like I do as great as I do.
We need to make sure that it is like somewhat protective. Sometimes those aren't. Hey, what if you could download a ringtone that said that? Or you know what? I think there's even a way that I could record you saying it and make that your ringtone.
Okay. Of course you can.
You would love to hear yourself talk to yourself.
Oh my God. I would love to hear myself alert myself about a phone call to myself. Oh. All right, here we go. Got a lot of things to get going. Number one, welcome to Rise and Radke. You probably didn't know it was Rise and Radke because we ain't got no logo yet. We are looking for a logo, and the world is upset about it. David goes, don't even mention that. He goes, because of the Facebook algorithms, like literally I can post something, and out of 350,000 people that follow me on Facebook, what percentage see it? 2%. 2%, is that right? 2 or 6?
Maybe closer to 3, but yeah.
Oh, closer to 3. 3% of people see what I post out of the number that followed me. On Instagram, 62,000 people and this many people see what I post. So yesterday I made a post about my logo. I know a lot of you have not even seen this. I posted about the logo and I said, if we choose your logo, we want to shower you with love and affection and let everybody see it for days and days and days and always point out that you did it. And we might even buy you some chilies when we're in your area. And I mean, some people just got irate about it. They just got so mad that I wasn't paying somebody what they were worth. But here's the deal. David and I are never, ever going to post in front of 350,000 people and 62,000 people what we would pay someone. Are you nuts? Are you out of your mind? So we also love the fact that we have gotten so many already turned in.
We have got a ton.
From young people who are like, I'm just trying my hand at this. I'm brand new. I think I may do design. I'm not even sure. I'm a high school senior. They're just excited to get to try it. And I was excited to get to use them and love on them and show them appreciation. And I still feel the same about it. So we would love your logos. And if you don't draw, but your kid does, or your son-in-law does, or your mother does, let us know. Rise and Radke is what we're looking for. Make it fun and colorful and silly.
Yeah. And hey, I mean, Melissa is an artist. She's been an artist forever. Not a drawing artist.
Not this kind.
But like, I mean, she has written and sang and done videos and you name it. And I've been an entertainment attorney where I represent talent. I represent artists. So you are not going to find people that believe and support in artists and talent and those things anymore. But at 99% love the idea, love the concept. A lot of people did. And if you don't care for it, it's fine if we disagree. You don't have to submit one. So anyway.
This is somebody talking. Going away. All right. Hey, just as a reminder, on Fridays we open. Fridays we open.
Pause.
Yeah.
We may have to change the Rise and Radke logo request because Roxanne said David needs his own Attorney General logo.
Roxanne!
I could not agree more.
You don't have to comment on David.
I feel like there should be like an eagle holding an olive branch, maybe some stars. Yeah, I like it.
E pluribus unum. Underneath, I don't even know what that means. It might be dirty.
You just called a lot of people a lot of bad names.
What is it? E pluribus unum? Oh God, what is it? Do you know? I don't know.
I don't know off the top of my head, which is really sad. Which is really sad. I should know.
Okay, I said pluribus. Somebody look it up.
Be very careful when you're
I'm blushing.
Be very careful when you're typing pluribus into your.
It may have been you with an eagle and an olive branch and then like sexual deviant underneath it. I don't know what I just said. Okay, as a reminder, Fridays we open. If you have anything that you need to send us because you've got to let us see it, you just won't want us to try it or see it or talk about it, send it on Fridays. The reason I bring this up is because...
send it before Friday because we open on Friday.
Yeah, we open on Fridays. I'm going to give you the address here in just a second. But the reason why I bring it up is because a woman messaged us yesterday. Commented on this. She watched it on the replay. And she said because of that Friday that you opened the scripts, the flip scripts, She said, I loved that so much I ended up ordering one for my best friend for Christmas, and she loved it so much I'm now going back and getting some for myself.
Very cool.
So we have this woman who watches our show in the mornings, and she started this business called Flip Scripts, and it's just every day a different scripture for you to look at. And they were so cute. The way she did them were so, so cute. There was even one called Hope Scripts, and it was all just scriptures about hope with a big, huge, like, really cool little rustic safety pin. And we gave that to Remy. Remy loved that. But she just has got some really cool things. Well, we were able to open that and show it to everybody, and it ended up giving her business. So I was so glad. And then last week we opened up some eyelashes, some Tori Bella eyelashes, because somebody knows my love language.
How they look? They look good.
Ooh, somebody knows my love language. But she did not put her name. We have no clue. We looked all in there. We thought maybe there's a card in there. We have no clue who sent us those.
I assumed it was somebody with that company or somebody that sold it. Maybe it was just somebody that sent a gift. But if by any chance you're watching and you sent the...
No, it's not... the company didn't send them because Abby said... Abby works for us. She said, no, Melissa, I saw her ask on Instagram Messenger if she could send them. She said, but, I go through and I clean them out.
Yeah.
So we've got to figure out who sent them.
So if you sent those, shoot us an email, melissa@melissaradke.com.
And if you want the address, because you're going to try to send something, or you see like one of those little two froggies kissing each other, and you think, this looks like David and Melissa, these two ceramic frogs, then you can send them right here. Just screenshot that, please, so I can move on with my life.
Speaking of frogs, Remy dissected her first frog yesterday in school.
I know, I wasn't doing that until the 9th grade. I can't believe they're already having them do that in 7th grade.
I did it in 7th grade.
You did?
Yeah.
Well, 7th grade was a rough year for me. Read my book, Eat Cake, Be Brave. So
I
I don't remember a lot that happened.
But she was one of the few. She may have been the only girl, but she was one of the few girls that immediately. I guess you had to stick your finger in their mouth to adjust or something, and she was very glad to do that.
Stick your finger in their mouth to adjust.
Yeah.
That sounds like an e pluribus unum to me.
E pluribus unum. Out of many, one. It's the motto of the United States.
Out of oh.
Which.
I know nothing about history, so that's good on me.
Which I think that would be fitting for my logo.
Out of
many, the one, the AG.
Okay, well, you know what? If you and Roxanne want to traipse yourself all around the town square, be my guest.
Roxanne.
Okay, we have some very important news to get to. I know y'all wanted to know if we were going to address it, and here we go. We're going to address it one time. I'm lying. We're probably going to address it more times than that. David's going into his hiding place. David is like a turtle in a shell. Can you imagine why? Our beloved Astros. Last night, when they told us, like, I feel like we saw it on the news. I feel like they called us personally. And we found out that AJ Hinch was fired, who is the coach of the Astros.
General manager.
Whatever. They're all the same. They all do the same thing. They watch the ball go places.
That's not true.
You might as well have told me that somebody in my family died. I cried. I would have cried less. That's not true. Let me start that over. A lot of my family's going to be watching this and saying something. I literally was devastated. And I will tell you this. This is how you know that you are a true fan. It does not deter me. I still love the Astros. I'm going to still root for the Astros. It raises a lot of questions in my mind because I believe AJ Hinch is a good guy who did a bad thing. That's what I don't understand. I don't understand good men, and don't feel like it's just men, good men who just do a little bit of shady things. Why? Well, it's not necessary. And I don't mean that to pick on men at all. The world is full of wonderful ones, but ones that still mess up. Here's the thing that Jim Crane, the owner, did the right thing. He let the general manager Leno go and AJ Hinch. I'm not going to let you get bogged down in it. Just so you know.
I'm not. And AJ Hinch, he absolutely did the right thing. The general manager and the manager had to go. But here's the thing that was kind of heartbreaking to me is that AJ Hinch is one of the best managers in baseball, one of the most liked managers in baseball. And there were some things in the investigation where he did not approve of what was happening. One time they said he broke a monitor out of frustration and anger, and he brought up not wanting to do it, but he never went above that. Like, he did not approve it, he didn't condone it, but in his position, he had to do something to stop it.
But isn't that called leadership?
Right, that's what I said. It's
Isn't it the leader who says, I don't condone it, and I won't allow it, and if I have to come down here and remove it myself, I will. And in that moment, why do leaders not show leadership, David? I don't understand it.
Well, and they were talking about it some, that the environment that was built, not only at the Astros, just in every professional sports, of win at all cost type mentality. And you don't know, now this is all just assumptions, you don't know if he might have tried to go somewhere with it and got shut down, or he might have,
A lot of people are saying they don't follow sports. What did he do? Can you tell people what he did in literally 10 seconds?
Very briefly, they were using cameras from the outfield to see the catcher, the pitching signs, and relaying them to the players so the pitchers knew if this was going to be a fastball or off speed. So that's,
very good. You did that very good.
So,
now listen,
that's always been legal, and it's still okay to do. That's part of the gamesmanship of baseball, is trying to steal the signs. If we can figure them out playing Little League or select ball, we do that. But the technology aspect is where it went a little bit too far. And the belief is, the Red Sox and the Yankees got hit, I think, in 2017, and now the Red Sox are investigating for 2018.
You are delusional if you think that other teams have not done this and that other teams are not quaking in their sneakers today. You're delusional. They have. It's coming for the Boston Red Sox, and I hate that because I like their coach and I like that team. Is Mookie Betts on that team?
Yeah.
I love Mookie Betts. I love him. It's coming for them. But anyway, we're not going to dwell on it because a lot of you don't follow sports, and so you're not as interested. But just know that the Radkes are in literal mourning. We are very, very shocked and sad. I did tune up. I felt like somebody in my family got kicked out. I went immediately to Instagram because, hello, that's what we do in 2020. And I went to Alec Bregman. He had removed every single solitary Instagram post from his Instagram.
He had to be the most active on social media.
Except for 2 posts. And one was with his grandma and one was with his family, like at Christmas or something. I mean, every single post. There's not a stitch that would make you think he's Astros. I don't get it. I'm still going to root for him. Oh! We might get season tickets finally on sale, David. We've always wanted them. For the poor people. This is our chance. This is our chance, poor people. Anyway, that's it. I do love, I think her last name was Slusher. I'm not for sure. It passed by pretty quickly, but she said, okay, listen, I'm really sorry, but can we talk about the Chiefs? Dang, we are on fire. I thought that was cute. Oh, you're cute little Chiefs. I'm kidding. I don't really watch football. But yay to the Chiefs. And for all of you who are saying, yes, I know I'm completely devastated. Thanks. You know we are.
And yes,
if you know the Radkes at all, you know we're devastated.
Yeah, it really did. We talk about them too much to not at least acknowledge it. And yes, very slightly, LSU winning did help slightly. But we're very proud for LSU and excited for the conference championships coming up. The Chiefs and the Titans.
Oh, Lord Jesus.
And the
Can
Packers
you make it stop?
and the 49ers.
Dear God. Okay. 2 more things I want to cover. I talked about this yesterday briefly, and I want to say it again today. Last night I got about 3.5 hours of sleep because of my leg cramps again. So Friday night, 3 hours. Saturday night, 3 hours. Sunday night, about 2.5. And last night, about 3.5 hours. So at some point, I'm going to cave in. Okay? I've got bags under my eyes, but I color them because I know what to do because of YouTube. I'm starting to get kind of like, I told David, depressed about this because it's just not going away and I don't understand. But for those of you who wrote in comments, I appreciated it. You put comments on here of what I should do, but I need to let y'all know, here's what I've done. I am on a low carb diet, extremely low carb, and I went through this keto flu and I started getting the leg cramps. All the keto flu, the lethargicness, the headache, that all went away. The leg cramps did not. As of now, here's what I've done. I've eaten spoonfuls after spoonful of mustard. I am on my 2nd jar of pickle juice. And my 1st jar, David bought it at Sam's. And it was this big.
It was a good deal.
I have drunk so much pickle juice. I have drunk a ton of water. Then I've backed off on my water. I have taken 1,000 milligram Tums for the calcium. I have taken high absorption magnesium. I have put a bar of soap underneath my sheets. I have taken a Valium just to fall asleep. I have taken a hydrocodone for the pain. Neither of those worked. I have taken ibuprofen. What else have I done? I have taken hot baths with Epsom salt. They are so severe, I cannot sleep. I don't know what else to do except for to call my doctor, but I know they're going to look at me like I'm a nut. And you're saying call the doctor, but what are they going to do? Put a loaf of bread in my mouth?
Well, because they're actually...
Maybe.
No, they're actually very pro the way that we're eating. And so, no, they would want to help get through it.
Somebody said maybe it's not for you. Oh, Gatorade. I've tried the Gatorade. Rocco got me Gatorade. Somebody said maybe it's not for you. And I feel you, sister. But I've done this before. I've had the leg cramps before and they've gone away. This one is just fluke. It's weird. Thank you so much for your comments. That should be proof that we really do listen to them. Last night, he's the one who came in and said, putting this bar of soap underneath your bed because somebody said to do it.
I had forgot about that. So we've tried everything that you've suggested. So it's going to be kind of out there. If you
Somebody just said to make a Valium smoothie, and she's my new best friend. Dadgummit, it's Roxanne again. I'm mad at her.
So anyway, and just for anybody that will make this comment, Melissa has done this before. It's been successful for us before. I say Melissa's done. We've both done it before. It's been successful before, and it's what our doctor has recommended for us as well. So it's not like a fluke. What they're doing on the internet type thing. So
no, we're doing it really wisely. We're doing it with the intermittent fasting. We're counting everything. So I mean, David, you guys, you know how men are. Like this is crude, but David could take like a hard poop and lose 12 pounds. That's what I can't stand. Every time David says, I'm going to go in the bathroom for a little while, I'm like, dadgummit, it's going to be down to jean size. I can't stand that. But anyway, okay, we do have to rush today and get off because I do have some ladies coming to do a video with me in my house and I need to be ready to go. That said, I want to make sure that you guys know, I'm going to end with a great quote, so don't go anywhere. The podcast came out today. I cannot say enough about the podcast and the guest. Maybe he wrote my favorite book of 2019. It might be my favorite book of 2019. It's called The Ruthless Elimination of Hurry. It's by John Mark Comer. If you think that it's not for you, if you think you don't have time to listen to it, you're the exact person we're looking for. Guys, the way he writes is beautiful and amazing. And I thought, there's no way the guy can write this good and not be an arrogant douchebag. He was not. I did not have to sit with a douchebag for 45 minutes. He was so kind. He's young, like me, and he's so brilliant and so kind. You've got to go take a listen and share it with the hashtag Ordinary People, Ordinary Things. Today, our quote, I would always give credit if I knew who wrote them, but I just find them and see them, and I don't know who wrote them. But today, our quote is, today, you are doing your best, and your best is good enough. Today, you are doing your best, no matter what it is you're trying. If it's just getting your house together, if it's just getting your kids to school, if it's just working on your marriage, if it's trying to lose the weight, if it's just cleaning your house or making dinner, today you're doing your best. And guess what? Your best isn't the same as hers, and your best isn't the same as his, but your best is good enough. Just know that. If you just work on you today, that's all you need to do. Make sure that you make yourself important because your best is good enough.
And
okay?
You don't have to change the world in a day or your life in a day. It's small, consistent, incremental changes. So
let's don't start with the notion that we have to change the world. Okay? Let's just change our home. Let's let it start there. Okay? And your best is good enough. We love you guys. Thank you for being here, and we will see you all tomorrow.
See you guys.